What's going on, YouTube? It's the Hobo That Games here, bringing you the first look at Destiny a few months before it's released. This is the pre-release beta, as you can see. I'm going to be playing on a new character that I'm going to create. I've been playing this game a lot lately because it's, well, in my opinion, it's really good. But I'm going to play on a new character because I don't want it to seem completely staged for you guys, so you guys can just see how it is like when it's more of a free play instead of what I've just been doing the whole time. So this beta used to be for pre-order only, but they recently made it an open beta and it expires on the 27th. So you guys won't have much time left by the time you see this to go ahead and go download it for yourself. But if you do have the time, I do recommend that you get this beta and try it out for yourself because it is open now. So I was currently using the Warlock character. As you could see, I was maxed out at level 8 because that's the highest you can reach in the beta. And so I was using the Warlock, which is this character, and then there's the Hunter and the Titan. And I'm going to use the Hunter this time because it just seems like a cool character and I haven't tried it out yet. So here we go to the customization menu, which is pretty cool, I think. It's not super extensive, so you don't spend a whole lot of time like you would in a game like Skyrim or something like that, but it's got enough to customize your character pretty good. All you really get to customize is their face, though. So you get to choose between a human and a male and a female for all of them, clearly. An Awoken, which is like some sort of different species or something. And then an Exo, which is like a robot, which is pretty cool, I think. That's what I used for my Exo character, but I think I'm just going to stick to human for this one. And then you get to change the face. Like, it has a facial setup for you already, so you don't get to customize that for yourself. It has all these different ones. I think I'm just going to do this one. And then there's all these different skin colors and stuff that you can go through. But I don't want to spend too much time looking through all this when what you're really here for is to see the gameplay. So I'll try and be quick with this and just make someone that looks normal, I guess. Normal-ish. I don't want to spend a whole lot of time, so I'm just gonna go ahead and click finish in a second. Before I finish, I have been trying to record this for a long time now, so I have been having a lot of technical difficulties, so let's hope that I get it right this time. If you're seeing this on YouTube right now, then clearly I got it right. And also, just so you know, if there's any cutscene or anything, I'll make sure that I'm not talking during that, because you're not here to listen to me talk the whole time, you're here to watch the gameplay clearly. And if there's a dialogue, I'll not talk during that. And I'll try to talk as little as possible during this mostly. I'll just try and give my opinions on this game and what I've noticed and what would be cool. But other than that, I'll try to keep quiet and just play the game mostly. So now we'll just go ahead and click finish and we'll see.
We called it the Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever. Great cities were built on Mars and Venus. Mercury became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars. But the Traveler had an enemy, a darkness which had hunted it for eons across the black gulfs of space. Centuries after our golden age began, this darkness found us. And that was the end of everything. But it was also a beginning.
Is it possible? There you are. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you. I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost. And you, well, you've been dead a long time. So you're gonna see a lot of things you won't understand. This is Fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the city. Hold still. Don't worry, I'm still with you. We need to move, fast. We won't survive long out in the open like this. Let's get inside the walls.
So that was the end of the first cutscene, as you guys can see. And so there aren't very many cutscenes in this game, or at least in this beta. I'm sure there's more in the game. But so the first look, when you see this, when I first played this part, it took me a second to realize that I wasn't in a cutscene anymore, because the graphics look the same as they did basically in the cutscene. When you look at the graphics, this is definitely the first thing you notice about this game. These are probably the best graphics that I've ever seen in an open world game, definitely. It's pretty good, I think. That's just my opinion. I don't know if it'll show up as good for you guys on YouTube, but like I said, You guys should definitely get the beta if you still have the chance when you're watching this. If you don't, and you didn't get to try out this beta, you definitely missed out. But hopefully I can show you guys what you were looking for out of this beta anyways.
Okay, I need to
But the
find you a weapon
graphics
before
aren't
the
all that
Fallen
makes
find
this
us.
game either. This game has a lot of good features. So I need to find a weapon. So we're headed through this dam. I'm pretty sure it's a dam right now that we're going through to get to the city. So your light comes on automatically. I didn't do that, just so you guys know.
Hang
Oh,
tight.
and also I turned on
Fallen
subtitles,
thrive in the dark. We
so you
won't.
guys would be able to read in case I talked too much.
I'll see what I can do.
Because I know I can do that sometimes.
Military systems and a few centuries of entropy working against you. They're coming for us.
Here, I found a rifle. Grab it.
So we got the lights on now, and those are all of the enemies that are going to come after us. And here is our first gun that we
I hope
get.
you know how to use that thing. Eyes forward. Watch your tracker.
So those were the first enemies that we get to fight in this game. The shooting is very, very fluid in this game. I think it's pretty good. It's not game-breaking in any way, but it's good. So that's the Hunter's melee right there. The melee is different in this game than it is in most games. You do RD instead of RS. But you get used to it easily. And the melee in this game is pretty good, actually. It does a lot of damage. Usually, it's not an instant kill either, so it's not overpowered. And you can do it from a little further away in this game than in most games, which I like. It's even further with the Warlock.
There's more ahead. Keep it up.
So as you guys can see, the enemies in this game, they have numbers next to their names, and that's their level. The level of the enemies progresses as you progress. This game is in a lot of ways similar to the game Borderlands, if you guys have played that. I'm not going to spoil them before we get to them in this
catch.
playthrough,
Let's see
but
what's
you'll
inside.
see. The enemy's leveling system is just one way that they're similar. So now we get to swap to our special weapon, which is a sniper, since I picked the Hunter this time. It was a shotgun
Trip
that I
mines.
picked the Warlock.
Don't
the
touch
first
them.
time. It changes. So we gotta go through the trip mines. Gotta crouch. And then fight these guys. So, this is the second time that I had to record the audio for this one, which, because my computer, for some reason, didn't record the audio the last time I was talking, but it's no problem. I was able to get back to this point and keep recording. I was in the pause menu, as you guys saw. Hopefully you didn't see too much to spoil what is going to be upcoming to show you guys that. Because there's a few things that are upcoming for that it shows you and explains in the game. But right now we're just fighting through all these guys. And it's showing some of the basics of the game. Melee, shoot. That's about all we know right now. There's my XP bar at the bottom, as you guys can see. Like I said, the max level for the beta is 8, so we're not going to get too far. This is going to be a relatively short series. I'll probably make it only about 3 or 4 episodes in this series. It can be more. I will upload I think it's called the Strike Mission.
The Fallen have a
It's
tighter hold on
different
this
than
place than I
like
thought.
the normal campaign
Just a little
missions.
bit further.
And I will
Let's hope
upload the
there's something
multiplayer
left
gameplay. Both the multiplayer and the strike missions are pretty fun in this game. The multiplayer has some pretty cool features in it. It has some cool carryover things from the single player. It has
This
a cool
was an old
like
Cosmodrome.
setup to it, but you'll have
There's
to
gotta
watch
be
the
something we
multiplayer
can fly
video
out
to find out what that is.
Incoming! Fallen ships! This close to the surface! Move!
So I tried to make sure that in this series I tried to move my camera angle around as cinematically as I could. I tried to go slow and make it like not move too fast so you guys can see everything the best, see the full experience of this game. Because it is really an experience, it's really good. I'm probably overpraising this game. I know there's some people out there that thought it wasn't very good. I personally, I don't think you can really judge the game from the beta, but I guess people do it, so to each his own with their opinion. I think that it's going to be a pretty good game. People complain about how the game is similar to Borderlands, which I don't think it's too similar to Borderlands. I think it is original, but then again, I don't mind the similarities either. I thought Borderlands was a good game too, and it's not a copy. I think the things that I don't know if they were inspired from Borderlands or it's just kind of coincidental. I'm pretty sure they started working on this game before Borderlands. But either way, I think that it was a good decision, everything that they did.
I'm picking up signs of an old jump ship. Could be our ticket out of here.
And we just reached level 2. And we received an upgrade. So now that we have received an upgrade and we've reached level 2, we've received our first upgrade in the game, I guess is a good time to show you guys the start menu and other of the similarities that it has to some of the other games that you may have known, that you may know about. So here we have our start menu with our defensive gear over here. This is our armor and our weapons, and down here we have other stuff, like it's going to be some stuff that we'll get later. Right now all we have is our ghost and our emblem. So that's about all we have down here for now. But here we have our weapons. This will be our heavy weapon, which we'll unlock later. And then this is our subclass, kind of like a skill tree. They only gave us one skill tree for the beta. This doesn't unlock until level 15, which, as you already know, we don't have in the beta. So this is basically the only skill tree that we can go down right now. The first thing that we can get is our grenade. You don't have a certain amount of grenades, they just have to recharge, so you don't run out. You just have to let it recharge. So this is our first grenade. It's an explosive grenade that catches enemies on fire, causing additional damage over time, so it's a flame grenade, an incendiary grenade. So that's our first upgrade. We don't have any weapons right now, but as you can see, they both have an attack, and that attack goes up as the weapons get better. That's common sense, I guess. And the rate of fire, impact, range, stability, and reload, it all varies on what type of weapon you have. Right now we have auto rifle, sniper rifle, and there's a lot of different types of weapons. Well, there's not too many, not like Borderlands, but there's like, right now I think there's like 5 different types of weapons, and then there's a whole different branch off from all the different types different weapons overall. And then we have our helmet, gauntlets, chest armor, and leg armor. And you get different ones of that. The defense, as with the weapons, all goes up. And then we have our class armor, which doesn't really do anything, I don't think. I was hoping that it would kind of be like a class mod. I know that I'm definitely relating this game too much to Borderlands, but that's what I was hoping for. But it doesn't really do anything. I thought that the reason it didn't do anything on my last character is because I just had the default one that you start with, but when I got a new one, it didn't do anything either. So I suppose it just looks good. It shows your achievements, kind of. That's all that seems to do. But I'll try to, if there's anything that I forgot here, I'll try to answer it later about the start menu. And I'll show you guys this stuff up here and show you what those things do later on. But for now, we'll just continue on this way. And I believe that there is another cutscene coming up pretty soon, so I'll make sure not to talk too much. So we gotta continue fighting on through these guys, and then we'll be about done pretty soon with this mission. Just a few more guys to get through. So as you guys saw just now, we picked up a new piece of armor. So we'll see what the stats of that is. It's probably better than what we have now, and we'll go ahead and equip it. Or it requires level 3, so actually, going back on that, we're going to have to wait for one more level to equip that.
There's a ship. Clear him out.
So this is a captain. It's like, I don't know if it's the strongest, obviously, because we're only playing beta, but it's pretty much the strongest common colony there is. There are some special characters, as there are with most games, bosses, I guess you could say, mini-bosses, but the captain is pretty much the strongest common character that Now we got another
Alright,
armor.
let me see if I can get us out of here.
It's been here a while. Hasn't made a jump in centuries. We're lucky the Fallen haven't completely picked it clean.
Will it fly?
I can make it work. Okay, it's not going to break orbit. It just might get us to the city. Now, about that transmat. Bringing you in. We can come back for them when you're ready. Let's get you home.
So, that's the end of that cutscene, although I don't think it's the final cutscene for this part. I think another one comes after this. But this is basically your summary after each mission. You get to see the kills that you got, the ability kills, the precise kills, I believe that the precise kills is when you get the yellow on them, and it's basically like a headshot. It's like it does critical damage and ability kills. I'm not quite sure what that is because we don't have our special ability, but it might be the knife, possibly, because I'm not sure what else it could be. And then we have the rewards section, which is right here, so that's where you could see that. And then we have the summary, which it shows the kills again. Right here, if we had gotten any rewards like weapons or armor, that's why there's nothing here, but it would show up if we had anything. And then advancement, this is the grenade upgrade that we got, and then that's what's going to come next, and so on and so forth. It shows your progress. You can keep progressing even if you're not leveling up, so that's pretty cool about this beta, is that I can keep getting the skills to unlock even if I'm not leveling up at all. So I think that is good. It makes it able to keep going even if you can't really keep going too much with this beta. You can still go a little bit further with it. I haven't gotten too many more of the skills after I stopped leveling up, but I've gotten some of them. So anyway, we'll just go ahead and hit continue now.
Welcome to the last safe city on Earth. The only place the Traveler can still protect. It took centuries to build. Now, we're counting every day it stands. And this tower is where the Guardians live.
Closed mission, House Exiles Relay, Palace Cluster, 5222 EOF.
Alright, so that's the end of that cutscene now.
Welcome back, Hunter.
This is now my second time that I had to record that cutscene because the Xbox decided to screw up my previous recording, and I had to restart my Xbox, and I found out Destiny decided to release an update right during my recording, so thanks for that, Destiny. If any of you guys working on this game are watching this, thanks for that. I had to record that cutscene twice, so I had to go all the way back through the game. But we're here again. Anyways, so it doesn't matter at this point.
I could use a break in.
So we're gonna go talk to our
You like what you
Vanguard.
see?
We received this new chest plate.
You think you need it?
So this is where you can get some of the armor. There's a lot of different places that you can get armor in this, but this is just one of them. And you can get emblems.
Alright, I'll be right here.
Which, if you don't know what an emblem is,
Like it or not.
it's right down here. Oh, and now I have a ship in this area. And it's this. I can change it to whichever one. I guess I'll make it that one. But that's what the emblems are. They cost way too much money, so I just haven't bought any in this game so far. So now it's wanting us to equip the armor. So we got this new armor that's 23. So a cool feature in this game is that you can dismantle the current armor that you're not using, and it gives you Glimmer, which is the money in this game, essentially, for buying new things. And now so that's basically all I have now. I'm not sure what happened to the previous armor that I received. Like, I got those gauntlets from playing earlier, but I guess the update that they released messed something up. I'm just hoping it didn't mess up my other character, but they weren't too good anyways, so I think it'll be alright. So now it wants me to go talk to Gunsmith.
Okay, I can help with this.
We get to choose a free weapon. A scout rifle is a semi-auto. Hand cannon is like a really strong pistol. I don't really like them very much. Pulse rifle is a burst. And an auto rifle is fully auto. So, since I'm a hunter, I'm going to go ahead with the scout rifle. If I was a Titan, I would get a full auto. But we'll save that for a different time, possibly. There's not enough time in this beta for me to probably do both. So, now it wants me to equip this new weapon, which has 23. So I'll go ahead and dismantle this old one, because it's not as good. And we are good now for that. It wants me to go talk to the shipwright. So essentially, I know that I forgot to mention this. This is the central hub area where all the other people are at. If you look around, all those different names, those are actual people. So this game is a lot like an MMO. Like when you're traveling in an area, there will be other people that just happen to be there that you don't even know. And in this area, all different people can be there, and those are real people just walking around. So that's a pretty good concept, I think, that they came up with. This game is very online oriented. It's not just single player. It's all about co-op. Not all about, but it's got a lot of co-op aspects to it, which is a pretty cool concept, I think. And you don't have to talk to them or anything either, so it doesn't really matter if you're into it or not. You can just go about it. Although it does make the game a lot easier if you do the co-op, so you should probably try it out. So now we're going to talk to this. Okay. And now we have the Arcadia class jump ship that she's going to give us. And I guess she sells vehicle blueprints. I'm not really sure what a jump ship does for you, because you can't really fly them ever. All it does is just load a little cutscene for you to get to different places. And this, you'll find out about these later on.
Take care of that ship for me.
In the Let's Play, so stick around for those, because they're pretty cool. They come in handy a lot. So now we've talked to the shipwright. Does it want me to equip my new ship? It's automatically equipped for me, that's cool. So now we're done with that. And now it wants us to go back into orbit to go to our next mission. So we can go ahead and do that. And at this point, we get to set our destination on where we want to go next between Earth and this part. There used to be a moon here, but I'm guessing that the update had something to do with the strange absence of the moon. So I was hoping that the new update added the mission on the moon, because I heard that they were going to add it pretty soon, but maybe they removed the moon, or maybe we just aren't far enough in the story to see it. But either way, there's usually a moon here and it's not here anymore. So we'll continue on to Earth. Our first mission is at the Divide, level 2 on the story. You can't go back and play level 1, unfortunately, but you can play all of the levels over again, which is a pretty cool feature. So we'll go ahead and select that, and we'll hit launch, and it'll fly us down there. We won't get to fly it, but we'll get to see our ship fly, which I guess is cool enough.
There's so little left out here. We were lucky to even find this ship. A Guardian can't do much to protect the city with that one. But it needs a warp drive if we ever hope to fight beyond Earth. And that Cosmodrome is the only place I know where we might still find one. We survived the Fallen once. We can do it again. A Guardian ship was recently shot down here. If the Fallen haven't gotten to it, there might be parts we can salvage.
So, if you heard that, when the full game comes out, it sounds like you're going to be able to go to more than just Earth, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait until this game comes out. And if you see right there, there's a guy roaming around right there. An actual person just happens to be in the same area. So that's the online aspect that I mentioned. So that little arrow up at our top left of our little map points to our objective, so we'll just head that direction. The map doesn't really have anything on it, unfortunately. I do wish that the map had more on it, and as far as I can tell, there's no way to access the map, so that's unfortunate also. But I'm sure they'll do something about that when the game comes out. Hopefully they will, at least. So now we're just going to go ahead and deploy our ghost right here. So
The ship's avionics are completely catatonic, but I can call their last transmission. They managed to restore an information hub here. Down in the tunnels below. We should check it out.
So I don't know if you guys have been noticing, but that is one of the cool things about the game, is whenever you want to do something, you have to hold down the button and let it like kind of load all the way around to do it. I do like that feature quite a bit because it makes it to where you can't accidentally do something, which I hate when that happens to me in a game. But it's just a small thing, just a small little thing that they added in that makes it a little better. So the enemies are a little stronger now than they were in the last mission.
A map of the entire area. What we really need to find is a warp drive, so we can jump to any planet or moon.
I was hoping when he said that thing...
Our only hope is where we found our ship. We have to go back.
I was hoping when he said the thing about there being a map of the whole place, that it would maybe update your map of this place so you can get around better, but it really doesn't do anything. And you still can't access your map, which is unfortunate. I really do hope that they make the map a little better. But that's just a small thing in this game. That's the only problem that I found, really. The game is really good in just about every way, I still think. Looks like the guy over there got down, and it wants me to go revive him, but he's too far away for me to do anything for him. He's supposed to be helping me with the mission. That's what he got put here for, but he hasn't been doing anything. This is one of the golden chests. There's only 5 of them, so it gave me something cool.
Scanning for the warp
There's only 5
drive.
in this beta, at least.
Bad news. It's already in fallen hands. I hope you're ready for this.
So respawning has now been restricted to this area, so that means if I die, then it's over. So that means that a boss battle is likely coming up now. So we'll want to get ready for that. Let me check out this new armor that I just got. It's 18, so I can go ahead and get rid of this. And I think we ought to be ready now, so let's just go on in there. Alright, we're heading in there now to see what's going on. And there's our boss. Unfortunately, when I did play this mission before, I was playing co-op, so it wasn't easier. So let's just hope that my skill in this game at least got me better. And that I don't die. But you might see me die a couple times throughout this Let's Play. I'll try to minimize it, but I'm not guaranteeing anything. Ooh. Just try to sneak around. That's the best that I can do. I don't think I hit him with that just now. The enemies in this game can definitely do a lot of damage to you, so it can be kind of difficult. You can feel like you're doing good and you're hurting them a lot, but they can also hurt you a lot. It's a little different. It's a little different concept in this game, even if the enemies are doing quite a bit of damage to you. It seems like those guys were doing more damage to me than this guy is doing right now. Watch out. Try not to die right now. placing a player in this game is really difficult. Really should try to do it co-op. But sometimes playing with random people online can get annoying. So it's better to get as the game, or at least as the beta at this point. And I leveled up.
You just killed an Archon. This could cripple the Fallen. And we got a warp drive. I have to get you to the speaker.
So the mission ends in 30 seconds after you complete all the objectives, so if there's any loot, you gotta try and grab it quick. But this game, that's one of the aspects that it's definitely not similar to in Borderlands, is that there's not really a lot of loot that gets dropped. You get it after the mission, and that's about it. But I unlocked my next ability, and I got some rewards from that, so that's good. So now we'll just continue back to the tower, and we'll see what's going on there.
There was a time when we were much more powerful. But that was long ago. Until it wakes and finds its voice, I am the one who speaks for the Traveler. You must have no end of questions, Guardian. In its dying breath, the Traveler created the Ghosts to seek out those who can wield its light as a weapon. Guardians to protect us and do what the Traveler itself no longer can.
What happened to it?
I could tell you of the great battle centuries ago. How the Traveler was crippled. I could tell you of the power of the darkness, its ancient enemy. There are many tales told throughout the city to frighten children. Lately, those tales have stopped. Now, the children are frightened anyway. The darkness is coming back. We will not survive it this time.
Its armies surround us. The Fallen are just the beginning.
What can I do?
You must push back the darkness. Guardians are fighting on Earth and beyond. Join them. Your ghost will guide you. I only hope he chose wisely.
I did. I'm sure of it. We're in this together now.
Alright, so that's the end of that cutscene. Now we'll try to actually head back to the tower this time and see what loot we got and check out what else is going on, what else we can do real quick. Alright, so now we're back here, and we'll see what loot we have gotten. We got a new auto rifle that's 26, even though I don't really want to use an auto rifle, it's higher attack. We got a new sniper that's 26, so we'll go ahead and get rid of that one, and we can get rid of that. A new helmet, which is 21, and it looks cooler too. New boots, and these are encrypted engrams, so I'll show you how to do that in a second. We got the double jump upgrade, and that looks like that's about it. So for an encrypted engram, we'll just head over here to the Cryptarch, and we'll have him decode it and see what we got. It's required level 4, so I guess we'll just hang on to that. So we've completed the first mission, technically the second mission, but the first, like, you get to take your own pace type of mission. It's not the intro to the game. But I think we have spent quite a bit of time on this episode now, so this will go ahead and conclude this episode here at the tower, and we'll start back up here at the same place and go to the next objective in the next episode. So go ahead and make sure you check out the next episode when it's uploaded. Comment, rate, and subscribe, and I'll bring the next episode pretty soon.